alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Ducks will put total weather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. To the ground with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And that is a big hit, and that's a hit that I'm going, listen, if I'm the OC, I'm the head coach, I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs, and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take it. And the other times when I wanted to take a slide.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day if you're this quarterback right now. You know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
So now it's second and long. Making side adjustments here. Going to sling it on second down. He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Penn State! Once he got some room, it was over. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. Keeps it. And the visitors have nothing doing as they are greeted rudely on the opening play of the game. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Fires to the right. Found the spot in the defense. Bust through behind his pad. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. They'll keep it on the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Ducks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. It's complete to the left. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! Setting up for the extra point and the top. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. The short hands. It's Keller. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Finding open areas. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Red pass, it's complete. It's a seam wide, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
There ain't no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Snap it to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football somewhere.
The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Shakes off the defender. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Wants to go up top. Keeps looking downfield. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Ducks come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to power their way ahead. At midfield, he's got room. and turned on the Jets. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds, marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Working the middle. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. Wants to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Keller. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Nittany Lions looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Direct snap. He's going to keep it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throwing right. Got him downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The option look. Now the pitch. There he goes. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Power football with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Fires to the right. He's got it. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. It is going to be nearly impossible to hear right now, and this offense is going to have to get locked in. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Rolling right and going deep. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Nittany Lions backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
He'll field the punt and look for room. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Hold it, finds his man on the left. After the filthy move, he's got room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets...
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Quarterback gets enough. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Buys a little time. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions looking to convert on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Working that left side. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. It's complete to the right. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Caught over the middle. It's Keller. Now the connection takes it to the 11. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He'll throw it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Complete to start this drive. Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys...
Makes the catch down the right side. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. They're working that left side. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Penn State, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Firing to the right, complete. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water.
It's a running room. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Nittany Lions are on the move. Trying play action. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Nittany Lions are threatening in the red zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
Penn State, 14.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down.
And the Oregon offense will take over.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it inside the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! The extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
14.
He'll bring it out. It's Weeks. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Starting to feel a little pressure. The throw. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
Got his man on the right. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw, but with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it, but if it's not...
It's a fumble! And the fumble goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, actually picked up yardage on the play.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown! State!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Offense scoops it up and still going. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Bringing the heat. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Time to take a shot. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. Turning it on. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Houston endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Clutch City, and the Cougs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The give on the option. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire for the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Henry. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
Got his man. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. It's a reverse. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Loss of 8.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Oh, what a move to get open. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better.